Hello, and welcome to what we're on like 27, 26. I haven't. It's been a bit, been a little bit since our sessions. But one thing's for sure. Um, some important stuff has happened. So where we last left off, the party from their travel from the inside of the cave outside. Oh, sorry. I should probably clarify a bit more. The party has delved into the nightmare realm. In this nightmare realm, it has been understood that it's the nightmare. It is the hunter's nightmare, a realm in which it is an endless night of the hunt, where beasts prowl endlessly in unending numbers, while hunters that have been forced here become mindless bloodthirsty beasts slaying endlessly in this night. uh and you all have willingly entered here. You have not fallen prey to blood drunkenness and have died. In fact, you've gone here through the access of an Omnigala's power, with the access of a blood drunken hunter's eye. After obviously entering this place, you all snuck around and found and scoped out the area, realizing that there's only three major aspects of this place: the endless night and the almost decrepitly changed scenery of what looks like what almost resembles Yarnum. Um, a very familiar but also very different major church, and a strange clock tower just behind just behind this that large cathedral that you are all known for going into. And after a couple of sessions and some time, you had all fought some monsters, snuck your way all the way up towards the side of this church, and found a way around. You found a way to the back, where it is only filled with small beings that almost resemble skinless humans trying to escape and flee away from this building itself. And as you open, using a lever aside this back door, you can see why these decrepit men-like beings are trying to flee, even if it's weak and painful to them. As you enter this building, one of those beings gouted in piles of dead of these dead skinless beings. Another pile rises, or at least it's so what you thought it was, and you see Ludwig the Accursed, and I will share that with you now, just to remind you of the monster that you are caught sight of. And at this point, I would say to roll initiative, but as this decrepit being lets out a monstrous, a definitely monstrous like neigh and a deep exhale of steamy breath, its glazy eyes looks at you before it slams its hands and begins to charge in your direction. As you then you see Simon, the uh, the uninterested fellow that you had seen before, kind of yelling from the side of you, as it seemed like he was kind of going to wait outside as whatever happened, and you hear the lever clicking as the door begins to close. I need you all now to roll initiative.
Oh,
As Simon says, "No, no, we can't do this. Get out."
wait. Which dice? We're rolling a d20.
I need you to roll a d20 and add your dexterity, which is how initiative is rolled.
It's an 8 plus 3, 11.
All right. Where is the list? All right.
I was so close to a 22, bro.
I rolled a 6.
Hold on a second. Just realize I have the share on the wrong thing right now. No worries though. My rapid strolls keeping me safe.
Can't have the orange and black popping up.
Yeah, bro. Don't worry. While that's loading up, I'm going to pop up this. The correct. Yep.
Nice.
This. Okay.
Gotta roll back.
Oh yeah. Let me just change the ambiance because this is not a calming moment. I can't let you rest right now.
Battle music waits as the boss peacefully stares at us.
The calm before the storm is also a very scary sight to behold.
No, I can't remember. Man, that sucks. I'll recreate them. These already have these two images, so I don't need to worry about this. I need to worry about this. I believe you lost this to act as summon forth your new skeleton companion.
My homie Steven really just blew him.
Let me just double check I have all the characters. Yep, it's 5. All right, that's all of them. All right, let's get back to the map and add actually, I might have to pause this up for a second because my mom's calling me for the dog I'm assuming. So I'll be back in a second. All right, now that I got that out of the way, let's continue. So I'm not exactly how far you guys got in. I'll say a good bit before you realized what was going on. Actually, this works, kinda. Alright, cool. Shares there. How large is Ludwig? Huge.
Huge is right above large, correct?
What is it? I think it goes no, because it's right above large and it's medium, large. So would be medium. Not medium. This would be large. This would be huge.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah,
kind of scary.
yeah. I think there's supposed to be a reason why.
So Simon definitely told us we should run, right?
All right, it's got +2 on decks.
I'm just gonna tell my skeleton to putt me. My little legs ain't bringing me anywhere. SED. Accursed. ACO. HBO. All right. Yep, we didn't roll out high. Sniper, what'd you get on that roll for initiative? I have 15.
All right, 15. Obviously, Varynx and Silas aren't here, so he's got +5 to his. Varynx has a +1. Yeah, +1. So that's a 16. Pharynx with a 16. So Silas with a 13. And then Pharynx, Silas, Sebastian. And, there we go. 17 on Sebastian. I'm burning that in. Oh yeah, also don't forget to add 5 inspiration to your thing.
Yes, sir.
Already did that.
All right.
Ooh.
That's 21. He's sitting in predicting away. Sebastian 17 on initiative. Jack, you got a what on initiative?
I got an 11.
An 11. Yikes. That is on par with a Ludwig the Accursed. But first on the initiative, just to clarify, the exit is behind you all. It's not out of reach, it's just thing. So Sebastian has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But he's going to dash to get out. So Sebastian is out. Sebastian just like, after hearing like, just get the fuck out, he, not even a hesitation, he just kind of like node. Get the fuck out. Next on the initiative is Varynx. Varynx will do the same. Getting out. Snivy, it is your turn. You were yelled at to get the fuck out of. There's a giant fucking horse amalgamation beast, and what you can only assume is blood up like just above your the soles of your shoes, with body piles in the corners of the back corners of this room.
What do I have to roll to skedaddle, yo?
You just have to run. Your movement speed. I believe your movement speed.
I send my skeleton in like the same direction as me.
So to clarify, your what is it? Your movement speed should be either 30 or 25. Let me just see. Snivy. Wait, no, you were being carried by your skeleton. So actually, I remember that. I remember you were being carried by your skeleton. Your skeleton has 30 feet of movement and can do a dash action.
So can I dash 30 move?
Yeah, you can get out.
All right, I skedoodle with my skeleton.
All right. So all you see is just all you hear is like the chafing of bone against bone as this minigun toting skeleton just takes you and itself out of
My
here.
boy Steven just carries me away.
Yeah, your boy Steven. Who's next on initiative? Initiative. That's the wrong thing. Get minimized. It is Silas' turn. Silas is easily just gonna run the hell out. Silas also gets out. Jack, you're the last one, I'm assuming. And at this time, essentially, as you're getting out, it's chasing after you, but you will make it out. Do you want to?
Of course, bro. I ain't gonna scrap with that man by myself.
So
Right.
what you're telling me is he barely made it out, and you were telling me
All right.
not to use my inspiration. I would have died.
Died.
My original roll was 6, and that was with me adding 3 when I only was supposed to do 1.
He got an 11, the same as Jalen. All right. So So let me just paint a mental picture. So this is all about 6 seconds of movement. So let me just calm the chaotic music that is the theme song of The Accursed. And let me apply the nightmare. So in this second, in this moment, you see Sebastian, like as he hears, "Get the fuck out!" Like Sebastian, Varynx, Snivy, Silas, and Jack, all in that exact order, just begin that with obviously with Sebastian leading, just clop clop through this blood splattering in steps, and then you just hear clunk 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 of blood and splattering and heavy foot pattering, like these multiple like hooved like legs and the occasional scratching of claw against flesh and blood and stone. And just as you all like get out and turn, you see this large grayish being outstretch its hand towards the end of the gate, as you can see Simon and his feathers being thrown upward as he throws the lever back up, just slamming the door shy of it, and you just see the slam, and the only thing you barely see is just blood split through and all over on your faces and everything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I say it tastes like negative A.
One of the great ones. I don't think I've ever run that fast. Oh my god.
Sebastian is like has been after looking at that visage, has just like been wide eyed. This is just wide staring at the door.
I go to pat him on the back and I'm like, it's all right, buddy. We'll save him next time.
As you kind of come close, and with your very high perception, you can see his hand is like shaking before he just kind of like grips down on himself. Like literally, you can almost see like that like that very known sound of just leather on leather noise, just as like you see on his gloves, he just tightens it against himself.
Don't worry. Remember, we're gonna get back at the dude who did this to him. Remember. And then we'll also be back for him. But there's nothing we can do for him right now. I mean, you saw what happened in there. Would have lost her legs and her arms. Everything, dude. I like my legs and my arms.
Yeah, yeah. And he just says that very quietly.
Hey,
In
so
this moment
Simon,
of silent kind of like as this like you guys are quietly talking to yourself, like or that's just kind of like going just like mentally like realizing what's now before you in that room, which is now gatekeeping you from further ingress. You see Simon kind of walk towards you all and kind of like like kind of move kind of upon his covering over his face and like rub against it as if he had like some semblance of possible hair down under it. My, you're fallen. Are you all fine?
kind of just pat myself down, look at him and towards the party, and I'm like, dude, what, what, what even happened there? Like,
And he kind of like looks back and he kind of says, "Well, there's a saying amongst the Yanamites that the greatest monster and the greatest beasts come from the church itself. Those strong-willed ones that we know as uh, become the most scariest and monstrous cleric beasts. And I'm assuming a hunter of the church like Ludwig is no less susceptible if that happens. Poor bastard. In that same moment, you're gonna slam against the thing, but to no avail.
Damn, so you're telling me just because like Ludwig was like just the number one pretty much like, and because of whatever that dude did to like turn him, he just became this like super strong monster.
And Simon kind of at this point kind of like looks back at you all after looking at the door from that slam. He's like, "Oh, yeah. This place wouldn't be made for hunters if there wasn't something that well we did to deserve it. I guess that just means there's a curse on us all."
So is he stronger as a monster or was he stronger as a hunter?
Well, I mean, if you've seen the monsters in Yarnum, if just common folk can kill hundreds of other common folk and hunters alike, just imagine if, let alone Ludwig, the one that protects us, that it would protect us all, become.
Yeah. So
I don't know about you all, but I think I've had my fair share of nightmares, and I'm not in this sense. I'm going. Hopefully, I'll see you around in here, or in the waking world. And he kind of comes over to the lantern before bowing and disappearing in light.
I turn towards the group and I'm like, well, Snivy, I'm sorry. I mean, I thought we were gonna get to see that great one, on one of your like first crazy missions, but I guess we're just gonna have to hold off because that's a big boy.
You think we can handle it?
I stare a bit
At this
more
point,
intensely.
so what is it? Silas kind of comes over and it's just like, not now. And like even like he kind of like looks at his hand that like you see like this like tooth there's just like this tooth ridden hand is like this tooth mouth this toothy mouth kind of bulbous kind of building up that energy and like keeping it inside there before not releasing it is like not yet. And then like he kind of like sees it, you kind of see like almost like that mouth swallow back that energy it was producing.
Hmm.
And Sebastian has been still he's still like looking at that door, and at this point he's kind of taking like seat in a chair, like not a chair, taking a seat on the steps of this large Gothic cathedral.
Hmm. Oh, well, what do you guys feel like doing? Because, I mean, we're kind of stumped right now.
Can I? Is there a way that we can reopen that gate and like go around, find another entrance?
So now, like, what is it? Silas at this point kind of like comes over, is like, Well, I mean, wasn't that Simon fellow? Um, wasn't he more or less overseeing, like sneaking around this place for longer than even us? And he said that the back would possibly be the way in.
We could try there. We definitely can't fight that thing as we are now. That's just ugh. That's just asking for death.
At this point, Sebastian kind of stands up from the steps, wiping off some of the blood on him. And like there's like off him, and he kind of looks at you all, just like, we need we need to put him out of his misery. We need to be stronger. We can't stay like that. Either we save him or we kill him. I think we might need to be a lot stronger to do either of those.
I mean, Sebastian, buddy, I know how you feel about Ludwig. I mean, I miss him too, but I don't know if we can necessarily save him without killing him, if that's what you mean. But either way, you are right. We do need to get stronger. I mean, I could definitely pull some research to see if I can try and treat that or what, but that'll be a library visit. But I think we should definitely head back as well.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. And Sebastian kind of like steps over to the lantern and kind of like begins to go ahead of you all. And at that point, you all, I'm assuming, follow suit.
Yep.
All right. And so, as you all see the wisps of light, as your vision begins to fade into those wisps of light yourself, you find yourself in the hunter's dream. And as you all come out, you see Lucian with like bandages over his over his garbs, his hunter garbs, and you see him kind of like walking over with his weapons, like he's like him like adjusting himself and getting himself ready. Like, we can't wait. What if Ludwig's in there? And as he turns and sees your wisps, the wisps of light fade into you all, he just kind of like looks like, what what happened? What happened?
Dude, dude. I put a hand on his shoulder and I'm like, we're not. We found Ludwig, but there's an issue.
What?
Well, it is, but it isn't Ludwig. I mean, I know that sounds confusing, but it's more reminiscent of him in his final hour.
And you see like that this face of like stern like of this face of like committing to action kind of like melt away into just shock, like just like, and you see him just kind of like drop like just drop from his like strong stance on his ass and like puts his hand on his head and just rubs his forehead. and you see him like expand the condensed spear to lift him up, and you see him just we have I need you another job. I need you another job. Something is wrong with this night. I came back to report, and obviously we've been gone for a couple of hours. If anything, we've probably been like around midnight, full rise, right? Um, the moon hasn't moved since it got a couple hours in. The moon has stayed where it is. It is dark. I'm not sure what's going on. I have my hunters scrambling. We have had large reports of many beasts emerging out of the woodworks. I think the school of Mensis might have something to do with this night being so long. Gadiar Hagul. And you see him just kind of like trying to like, you can visibly see him trying to hold back emotions as he kind of storms off towards the hunter's dreams, well, workshop. And at this point, Gehrman kind of rolls over in his wheelchair with the doll in tow. And he kind of like looks at you. And like just by looking at your face, like your faces and like the blood and everything, he just kind of just like, and like especially all of your wounds and so forth, especially Snivy who's hurt very much so, and just kind of slump over your own skeleton that you'd summoned.
I can't heal myself, right?
You can, but you would need to cast spells, and I don't know if your
No, because my skeleton's a constant, right?
I don't know. Hold up, let me check if it's a Constitution. Animate dead. Come on, load the spell, please. It is not a concentration. You can cast more spells.
I could heal you if you want to. I have like 4 vials right now.
How low is my health? I would appreciate that, Jack.
All right. So, how much health is Snivy at?
9.
9.
9 from
32.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's 2 vials. All right. Let me do the rolls.
Mhm.
That's a 2d8
Oh, sorry. I need to change the
plus
ambiance.
2d plus 44. So
No matter how much healing, the flesh will never go beneath my arms.
8, 4, 12, 13, 15, 18. Snivy, you're healing for 22.
22 on
The
top
two
of
vials
9.
I'm using.
That's 31.
Thank
Almost max.
So, um, no. So guys, just so you know, and I'm saying this to the party, um, obviously we're gonna have to continue with this night. I do have only 2 healing vials left. I mean, I have regulars if need be, but the ones that I especially make, I only have 2 left.
Sounds like a scary night.
And so we got to go to Yarhar.
Mm-hmm. Yaragul. The unseen village.
Where is that again?
That is under. Let me pull up the map for you all.
Why is it called the Unseen Village?
Because it's quite literally underground and unseen.
Oh, they're mole people.
Whoa, people. I believe it is just over north eastern Yarnum, which I have messed up still, which is dedicated as Western Yarnum. Actually, I could just fix it here.
Oh wait, is that the shit that the powder keg blew up?
That was the place that they blew up.
What do you mean was?
As you heard, was.
Oh,
All right, well, nowhere to go. So how you guys holding up?
So, pardon me as I just make sure everything's looking good. The rest of the party, sitting on HP and so forth, Sebastian sitting on 25 out of 46. Varianx is sitting on 36 out of 47. Snivy's almost max with 31 out of 20. 31 out of 32. Silas is sitting just about halfway at 37 out of 60. And you yourself are sitting on 26 out of 40.
mm.
Pretty rough, but manageable.
Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I enchant Steven's bullets? How do like enchantments work? Would it stay on the weapon until used?
To clarify, you would are you asking to make the weapons deal more damage?
I'm asking to like how I make how I have a spell that makes things hurt when they move.
Mm-hmm.
Asking to enchant the bullets with that.
You cannot do that. The effect of the spell applies to the enemy itself, and when it tries to move, it will hurt it.
Hmm.
Garmin's still with us, correct?
Garamond, yes, he's just about in front of you, trying to like just like kind of like looking at you, and he almost like just by looking at you, he kind of understands what is what's possibly going on.
Garmin, seeing that we're about to head back out in what's literally hell, do you have extra vials that I don't know, just somewhere here, so that way we could just heal a bit better before we head back out there? Because I have no clue what's waiting.
Gammon kind of looks at you and kind of touches on his beard. Actually, no. Um, in fact, we basically run dry. The only place that we got vials being anywhere close to being produced and or given to us is actually the 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 central yarnum and the little ones that are dispensing them through the uh, the the bird baths.
Shit.
So, as rude as it is, you will have to find some coin out there, or sell stuff that you find to those little ones and get some coin out of them, and then buy stuff. Yes, that's what you can do. I'm
It's
And
all
at this
right.
point, like kind of as he's like finishing explaining this, you see um the young girl that you see as basically an apprentice hunter, with her. If I'm correct, she had red hair now. No, she had black hair with red highlights now, right?
Yes.
And then like glowing red eyes, like not like bright glowing red eyes, but like faintly glowing, like almost like looking into like a sparkly, like a ruby, a well cut ruby, but in an iris.
Yep.
And you see the bright eyed girl step over and see you all kind of roughed up in some way. Like Snivy, after you kind of gotten off of your skeleton, you feel considerably better after getting that needle stabbed into your upper shoulder. So you feel much better, but Sebastian looks toughed up. Varynx looks toughed up. Well, not crazy toughed up. He looks like he's taking like a good couple of hits. Uh, Silas looks toughed up, like looks considerably hit up. Even though he's covering it up, you can still tell that he's kind of like limping on like like some of his side on his side and stuff, like possibly like bruised in the body from like the damage, or possibly bullet wounds or something from the hunters of the beast slashing. Um, what is it? Jack, you yourself are definitely, definitely roughed up.
Is she coming up to us saying anything?
Yeah, she kind of like has come up. She was like excited to see you. Like she obviously saw you at a distance, so she was excited. But as she all like came around, like she kind of like stops from like behind Garamond's like, is is it bad out there?
I I think you should. My best advice to you is waiting this out in the hunter's dream.
Okay.
You need a bit more practice. No offense. It's just, I
Sebastian,
mean,
at this point, like as he kind of like you know trying to more or less like make sure that she doesn't hurt herself in this endeavor. Just adjust myself right quick. Um, Sebastian comes over to her and walks up, and he goes like obviously because they're about the same height. He goes over to her and says, um, "Well, what we're dealing with wasn't really out there. We're not sure how uh, bad it is, but if it's anything anywhere close to what we were just dealing with uh, in another place, we." And he kind of like at this point like wipes away some blood off of like his nose or like off of his face that he hadn't gotten. It's not very good. Unless you're genuinely confident yourself, And Garmin here gives you the okay. Please stay safe. Apparently the night is unending. And then at this point he kind of he kind of like put like messes like goes to his hair and like you see him like flake out blood as he kind of starts walking away.
Yeah, man, it's just really crazy right now, and honestly, your best bet's just to be as safe as possible. You don't got to do any heroics. T- it's not a great thing.
Gorge kind of chimes in and he says, and I guess like Silas trying to like walk over towards the bird bath to possibly like buy something. Uh, or not buy something because I don't know how much money he has. But at least like follow Sebastian. Like Gorge like chiming into the into your comment conversations like don't want to become a flag steak and and at this point in response to that Silas kind of like hey come on and it returns back to its clothing like texture and they walk away. And
Well,
to all this responses, she kind of like looks at Garamond like at like a person who wants to help, just like that. And then she kind of looks at her as like, a bit more training. I'll see that if you are well enough, I'll put you on a team, and it will become better. But it's not as easy as it sounds. And she kind of like nods her head and just like kind of puts her head a bit down, just like yeah, yeah, I get it. Everyone's going through a lot, and I'm not ready to help yet. I'll keep working harder, faster. And she kind of like begins to like walk over towards that dummy that she had been messing with.
well, we're all grouped up again, correct?
Yeah, like you basically are over by those cots. They're now kind of lined with hurt hunters of different shapes, sizes, and races, and so forth.
Um, can I go talk to one of them?
Definitely. From this selection of like 6 cots or so, they're a collection of there's a city goblin. Um, there's a couple of what is it? Um, a couple of church hunters. There's what seems to be possibly some sort of Kenku hunter, which resembles, which you can't really tell, but um, might be that same one that warned everyone about Ludwig and to try to help him.
Hmm. All right. I'm gonna go up to one of the church hunters.
All right, and them trying to mend themselves with their blood, and just like kind of sitting in there, like after injecting themselves with some sedative of some sort. They lay themselves back, and as they do, they just kind of run to your like to see your shape coming forward, and they kind of like look over at you, and kind of like
Oh, I'm a hunter of the cloth. What is? Is there something I need that you need from us?
No, not exactly. I just check up on a old church hunter and ask how's it been out there.
And the human church hunter and the elf church hunter both kind of look at each other and just like the elf church hunter has like this wrapping over his head, and the other human with like a wrapping around his waist from possibly some sort of either slash or some sort of bludgeoning thing, a bludgeoning attack. Um, it's horrible out there. Beasts are all over the place. Uh, Even though the only thing that are keeping the people safe are the incense that they burn outside of their homes. I don't know what's going on. The moon in the sky is stopped, but it has to be those menses guys, right? That they're doing something.
Definitely has to be. My my friends and I we were told by. Wait, is the party with me?
The parties, unless they specified, like, unless like Snivy's gonna go over, then the rest of them would join.
Sure, I'll walk behind him.
All right, so the rest of the party also is set foot right behind you, Jack.
Hmm. Yeah, my friends and I we were assigned to go to Yarhard Wool by Lucian. Know anything about that?
I only know is that Lucian is only just now gathering some forces, some hunters to try to attack, but we're rather split thin. I mean, all of Yarnum itself has gone mad. It's at some point it's even hard to tell who's becoming a beast or be attacking more like allies, and so many of them are becoming blood drunk. It's this night. It's so hard to tell the difference between your fellow man and just some drooling beast.
Well, I mean, what can you do but except hold out? Alright.
Yeah,
That's all from me. I won't pester you any longer. Definitely make sure you get some rest.
of course, and tend to your wounds. Of course, I have not much vials left, and I definitely might need to spend some savings just to make sure that all of these people are safe, and myself in the process.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Um,
Alright, so let's see. I got
How long until our when we have to leave?
they where?
You said we had to go to the unseen village, or is that where we're at?
No, you're not at the unseen village right now. You're in the hunter's dream. Yarhagul is it would take you like a couple of seconds to get there. The thing is that it's more on the are you prepared to go there?
Uh, All right, mind them.
And kind of around this point, as you guys are kind of like, as you're kind of thinking on how you're supposed to get something, you see Duncan, you see Liviana, and you see just that your the small ground. I think it's her name is. Give me a moment. Just gotta pull up the docs. Make sure I can remember the names. So, not even I. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Duncan, Liviana, and Marie. And you see these three kind of come back, like Duncan looking fine and soaked in blood. Like even like after like he just kind of like wipes blood off of his face, and like it just oozes onto the stone path that leads up to the what is it that leads up to, well, of course the workshop. And you just kind of like it's you know that thing where you like pull one nose over it and just blow out, like you know to get like water out, just blood spurts out, just like as if like he like as if he was like clearing a bloody nose. But
Hmm.
you can tell he's looking rather confident in his stride. As what is it? If I'm correct, let me see what this character is. Yeah, okay, okay. You see, I just look at the top now. Liviana, kind of just, uh, kind of, again, like tightening these wraps that are now blood soaked around her arms. Like not as though as her arms are harmed, but again, just like that blood. And you see Liviana, um, being kind of like being put on toted on this this stretcher that might have been taken from like a shop that left it open, and like they like rush over to you guys, like as like rush over as they come over, and it's like they just come over to the bird bath, throw coin and get some healing potions, and just start throwing like the vials down her throat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she looks fucking hurt. There's like shards of like stone and like sharp stone and glass and other metallic like shrapnels of metal and so forth. Like and now Jack would exactly be remembering the experience with a snatcher.
Oh shit.
She, from what it seems, is very similar to what would be inside of a snatcher's satchel. I mean sack.
You said this was Liviana or Maria?
It was sorry, Maria. Wait, so yeah, yeah, Maria, the hunter that you had done your first job with, or at least your first rounds in Yarnum.
Can I can I go help stabilize her? Shit.
Yeah, as you kind of come over, you check her vitals. She is like if this was like a playable character, she's like rolling death throws at this point, and it's not looking like she's winning. But as that potion is going down, uh, you see her cough up blood and whatever else is inside of her lungs as she begins to as like obviously you all begin taking removing shrapnel from that satchel out of her, and she just barely like not even conscious yet, just like unconsciously just like but
Hey man,
eventually with a bit of
hey.
with a couple of minutes of precise plucking, you all yoink the many well bits of literal glass and metal pieces from like fences that have been sharpened against some sort of like possibly like a some sort of rock used to stone not to sharpen those to jaggedly sharpen this metal.
Jesus.
Is
Yeah,
she still home? Can I try like resing her more?
or did you want to cast a spell to try to heal her?
Yes.
The question is, what spell do you wish to cast?
Great question indeed.
Yeah, let me come over and see what you got. So ray of sickness, an attack spell, acid string, catapult, burning hands, gentle repose that works more on like dead, like already a dead body. Agonizar's Scorcher, that's an attack. Hold person, shatter. You have no more level 3 spell slots. You have 2 level 4 spells. No, you correction. You have 1 level 4 spell slot. Shadow of Mordor, Dimension Door, Summon Undead. Guess well, that's you can't do that. Catapult.
Can I just do absorb element?
Yeah, yeah. You just cast the spell on yourself to no obvious effect. Um, and as you begin to manipulate the energies your not quite alive body, you see you like kind of like you kind of like see this your necrotic energy kind of begin to prepare to like take in some sort of element, but so like you begin to ooze out that life that life magic that you have luckily been gifted, and it just flows into Liviana, allowing a lot more healing, and that heavy like the much the again another a bit of like herself is just bettered, and she's kind of like is now instead of being like the coughing of whatever was in like her lungs is now become a very stable breathing. Like if anything, she is just asleep at this point.
I smile and I walk back towards my skeleton or the back of the group.
And Liviana like says thank you, and Duncan says, uh, "How are you all faring?"
We're battered, but we'll manage. But oh my god, what even happened? Was it a snatcher?
Yeah, the bastard caught us off guard. In fact, we didn't catch on to her getting snatched up until the snatcher got a good couple of feet away from us and was toting her and began like using her as a weapon against us, which is why it took us a good bit of time. Most of this blood is hers and mine, smashed on each other,
Oh Christ.
as well as the damn bastards. But
I don't have to tell you this, but take care of her for me.
yeah, yeah.
We gotta head to Yarrow Ghoul.
Be
I think
safe
it's best
and
we head out.
pay attention. We No one wants a repeat of that happening again.
Yeah, one time is enough.
All right. And he kind of just like picks her up like over his shoulder and like then try like makes a make like gets like one of the other hunters that are kind of like guarding or at least like chilling, right? To like basically use that like the section of torn uh like top and covering of what would be like a merchant shop to make a what would be like basically a very scuffed makeshift stretcher for her to be put up on.
Alright. I'm gonna go regroup with the party, and I'm specifically heading towards Snivy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, Snivy. I don't know what what you did back there. I mean, I do and don't, but you helped her out, and thanks.
No problem. I try to help everybody I can.
Also, just so you know, you use that first level slot. So let me just. I'm putting it back. I'm putting it down to. Putting it down one. So it's you have 3 level 1 spell slots left.
Yep, yep.
All right. I got 3 regular vials and 2 of my limited ones left. I think we should divvy them out now. So that way we got a better fighting chance when we get out there.
Mm.
So whoever's most battered, step forward.
And that would be. Uh, from what it seems, Sebastian kind of like comes up, and he's like, "Yeah, thank you. Are you giving it to him, or is he gonna use it? I mean, are you using it on him, or are you just giving it to it?
I'm just administering them.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
Yep. He's getting 1 limited one, so all right, that's a 6,
6 in total.
8.
Oh,
Nope.
yep,
And 12. He heals for 12.
for 12. All right. Next step forward. Actually, it's more on you this time. You are the most lowest at this point. You and
Uh,
Silas.
I'm I'm passing on myself. I asked Silas to come forward.
All right, yeah. Silas kind of like walks over. It's like, "Ah." Yeah, and so definitely roll out that healing.
All right, 7. Nice. 11 and Silas is gonna heal for 13.
For 13. All right. 10 off max.
And how much is Varynx at?
Variance is at 36 out of 47. So he's kind of off by 11. So he's kind of chilling.
All right. I'll administer a regular one to Varynx, and I'll take a regular one myself.
All right. Go ahead and roll out.
That'll leave me at 0 limited and 1 regular vial left.
Mm-hmm.
So Varynx will heal. Oh, that's good. Varynx is going to heal for 7.
For 7. All right. That means
Okay.
he's at 43. Yep. 4 off max.
And
And
I will heal for 5.
for 5.
Yep.
All right. So you're at 31.
And I'll mark off those vials so I don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Um, all right. Well, you guys ready for your old ghoul? Or you got some loose ends to tie up first? 'Cause I'm a bit pissed.
Sebastian's like, let's let's get this over with. Come on. And he's like trying to like hype himself up, maybe even distract himself from what you already can assume.
All right. You're all ghoul.
All right. So the party, you all walk towards the lantern, the hunter's lantern, and again you fade to light. And in a moment's notice, you are brought to the familiar site where the remnants of uh, the what is it, the reborn one were once at, which have now kind of doesn't have begun have definitely dissolved into this slush that has seeped into the cobblestone.
Oh man, didn't think we would be back at this place so soon. What has it been? 1, 2 months? Jeez. Yeah, let's get it going.
All right. Where exactly do you want to go? Because I didn't make a map, but I do know what I have planned in Yarhagul. There are. Did you want to like look around?
I look as close to like the sand as I can get without falling in.
Wait, what?
You said like the ground was dissolving or something, right?
The uh, the remnants of that boss that you had to fight, that giant, weird, uh, like that flesh mound that shot like blood and like those chime maidens that came out and summoned it and stuff. Like 2 3 sessions ago, like I think it was like 2 or 3 4 sessions ago.
Then I look at it in confusion and I continue with the party.
All right. Do you guys want to look for like landmarks or something?
Sure.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Can I look around
Yep.
for bones?
You can. In fact, there are arms that have that the flesh has dissolved off.
And what I gotta roll to connect one of those bad boys on?
It would just take, I think, 10 minutes of your time to do so. You would be able to do that while moving.
I wouldn't be able to do while moving.
No, you would be able to.
All right. So then I go and grab an arm and I start trying to connect it.
All right. Yes, you all see Snipey kind of like begin rummaging through this mound of flesh and this mound of flesh and well, what not this mound of liquidy flesh and bones, where she eventually finds possibly a reasonable arm of some stature and is beginning to, well, obviously mend it to her back for usage, or like more like not her back, but like her shoulder. But Jalen, what did you get on that perception check?
I got a 16.
16.
Yep.
So Jalen, as you look around, you see a similar section, uh, almost reminiscent of where you were all kidnapped at before you all left. And you see another building, very reminiscent of a larger school, where there are these bridges that are leading from around uh, up and into possibly higher floors of this building.
All right. Um, higher floors. Um, hey guys, you wanna try heading up this way?
To clarify, it is, if we were thinking on logically, it would be essentially like 5-6 blocks away. So it'll be a bit of a bit of traveling around and moving through like buildings and so forth to get to there. But you would be able to begin going up there.
Look at my skeleton and look back and then say, yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The rest of the party just like agrees. Sebastian didn't care as long as we as long as he blows off steam, most likely.
All right, let's get to the trekking. Um, do we see any like enemies at all, or like any sign of people recently?
I would need you to make another perception check.
All right,
And also, if you're moving in that direction, roll me also a stealth check, all of you.
What got to roll?
For the stealth check, you would roll and add your dexterity, or if it's negative, minus your dexterity.
I roll a d20, right?
Yep,
I got 15 again.
15. All right.
all right. So, ah,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So, um, what is it on the stealth? I got a 9 plus 3, so that's a
All right.
12.
Yeah.
But what is it? I ended up getting. Oop, I accidentally hit that. I got a nat 20 on the perception.
All right. As you look around, you do see monsters. And in fact, uh, they're kind of making rounds in some sections. Actually, very like a lot of them very close to this building. And as you all begin to make your way, the cacophony of loud mistakes as whatever coincidental mishaps, like the occasional bumping into possibly a what is it, like a section of small boxes that you try to pass by quietly. Jack, you are very silent, Snivy. In fact, you are almost tailing him in that level of silence. But the others are like an aura of clumsiness. Not even with you guys both trying to like occasionally make usage and trying to calm down people. Um, you all get spotted very easily and very fast. I need you all to roll initiative as you guys begin to make a bends around away around the section of about like more of like a zigzaggy section that would go up to one of those bridges where now at the bottom where you were coming from and now at the top where it had been protected are monsters, which I will describe in but a moment. But actually, I might have to stop it because I have to get my COVID shot and get vaccinated. Um, I need to take my COVID shot and I got to take a shower for that.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, not today. This is like so I can wake up really early because I have a really early shot up, and I'd rather just get that out of the way now.
Yes, sir. All right. Check you out.
All right,
Take
homies. Have a good night. Be safe and
You
stuff.
too.
And yeah, hi future us, hi viewers that might be coming from wherever you are. Um, I hope you enjoyed this the show. And uh, any words from you guys? Do you want to say anything?
Um, check you guys out, cuties. Ah ha ha. I'm looking. Be regular, be safe, and hope you guys enjoy.
All right, all right, all right. Bye.